Well, most of Hollywood is deeply concerned about Russia. That follows a memo they presumably were sent the day after Hillary lost the election. One exception, though, is Steven Seagal. He's received Russian citizenship. He's moved in the other direction pretty aggressively. He's now Russia's special envoy to the U.S. He's even talked about running for office there. He recently joined us to tell us about that, plus his new film. All of those came up in this conversation. Here it is. I want to get to your film first. I just read one critic say it was the best you've done in a very long time. Tell us about it.
Well, I also think it's the best film I've done in over 20 years. It's a kung fu movie, but really it's just the wisdom of what I consider to be a man who rises to the occasion of helping those who are in tremendous need and becomes, you know, reluctant hero. It has all those different scenes in it that kind of pull the heartstrings of the people, the public, and it's got great action, great story, some great characters, some great Chinese stars. I'm proud of it. It's a wonderful movie.
Well, there are a lot of people who need rescuing right about now, I would say. So tell us, the other news story about you recently is that you are considering running for governor of Siberia.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, that's for sure. You're considering running for governor of Siberia. Tell us about that. Why, if that's true, what you would do if elected.
This is one of the millions of fake news sort of stories. I was at a film festival in Vladivostok, which is where my father's family is from. And somebody in the audience said, "Hey, man, we don't have a governor here. You want to become the governor?" I said, "Sure." And there it went.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, we said 30 times, guys, we were joking. And, you know, Vladivostok, you know, had a friend of mine become governor there the next day. So it was just a joke that the press enjoyed doing bad things to certain people with.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. So you are a Russian citizen. You were awarded Russian citizenship. You're in Russia now. Give us your perspective on the debate over Russia taking place in the United States right now.
Well, I mean, you know, I said this before. I believe this is a situation where there's a tremendous amount of propaganda against Russia. And in my opinion, most of the things that are being said is fabricated and untrue. And I think that this whole thing with Russian collusion and the President of the United States being involved in Russian collusion, all this, I think it's all a fantasy. And I think that this has more to do with the great divide between Republicans and Democrats and the conservatives and the liberals, and how at this point, you know, certain groups will do anything in the world. They don't care if it's legal, illegal, immoral. They don't care anything to win this battle where their agenda triumphs. And so, you know, I really think, and I've said this before, we're at a tipping point in the United States of America where if people don't realize that Republicans and Democrats really at one point have to start to work together in a more civil fashion and agree to disagree and understand that, you know, the truth and civility will really, really help the process of true politics instead of destroying our nation.
So you're in Russia a lot. You talk to Russians. What do they make of this? Are they following it? What do they think of it?
They're just completely bemused. They are, you know, some of them are laughing and some of them are crying, but the basic consensus is that they're finding it astounding and hard to believe that so much is being made of this, and a lot of these, you know, accusations against people like Kavanaugh, and they just are finding it, you know, the people I talk to are finding it just incredulous.
Yes, so I feel the same way. You know Putin. What's he like?
I think he's a brilliant strategist. I think he's an intelligent man. I think he is a great world leader. And I think that if we would come to terms with trying to deal with Russia and some of the other countries in Eastern Europe and so forth and so on, as if they are equal partners, I think that this would really go a long way in world peace.